I cut off my in-laws after they excluded my kids from Christmas. I have 3 kids from my first marriage. Emma, who's 14, Jake, who's 12, and little Sophie, who's 8. When I married my wife Lisa 2 years ago, I thought her parents would eventually warm up to them. I was wrong. From day one, my mother-in-law Carol made it clear my kids weren't really part of the family. She'd send birthday cards to Lisa's sister's kids, but somehow always forgot about mine. When my kids would thank her for dinner or help clean up, she'd just give them this fake smile and change the subject. The worst part was how she'd lecture Lisa about raising them with proper Christian values, like I was some terrible father corrupting innocent children. My kids are polite, say please and thank you, and never cause trouble when we visit. Last month was the breaking point. We went to stay at Carol's house for the weekend, and she demanded to sleep in Emma's room instead of the guest room Lisa and I offered her. I told her it didn't make sense since our room was empty, but Carol insisted. Emma came to me crying because Carol had moved all her stuff around and unplugged her phone charger, saying teenagers spend too much time on devices. When Emma politely asked if she could sleep in another room, Carol absolutely lost it. She started screaming about ungrateful brats and how Emma should be thankful for the bed they provided. She actually said Emma could sleep on the floor if she didn't like it. I was shocked, but Lisa just stood there nodding along with her mom. I pulled Lisa aside and told her this was completely inappropriate, but she said Carol was just trying to teach the kids respect and that I was being too sensitive. Then came Christmas morning. We drove 3 hours to Carol's house with presents for everyone. The living room was packed with wrapped gifts under this huge tree. Carol starts handing out presents to all the grandkids. Her daughter's 2 boys got new bikes, video games, clothes, everything. My kids sat there patiently waiting for their names to be called, and waiting and waiting. After 30 minutes, all the biological grandkids were tearing through piles of gifts while Emma, Jake, and Sophie just watched. Sophie finally asked when it would be their turn, and Carol looked right at her and said those presents were for the real grandchildren. She said, maybe next year if they learn to be more grateful. I felt my blood boiling. These are good kids who never ask for anything and always mind their manners. Jake was trying not to cry. Emma was staring at the floor, and little Sophie didn't understand why everyone else got presents except them. I stood up and told my kids to get their coats. Carol demanded to know where we were going, and I told her we were leaving and wouldn't be coming back. Lisa started crying, begging me not to make a scene, but I was done. I said if her mother wanted to play favorites with grandchildren, she could do it without us there to watch. The car ride home was silent except for Sophie asking why Grandma Carol didn't like them. I didn't know what to say. How do you explain to an 8-year-old that some people are just cruel? Lisa keeps calling, saying I'm tearing the family apart and that Carol is willing to apologize. But my kids heard what she really thinks about them. No apology is going to fix that. We spent New Year's at my parents' house, where all 3 kids got spoiled rotten by grandparents who actually love them.